Quick detail before we officially get started. The intention of this game is to practice a bit more of the improv stuff that we were doing last session, like last game. And Ricardo is here. He's been working on a homebrew character, and we're going to be working together to kind of test it out and see how it goes.
Cool.
Yeah. Ready, Love?
Yep.
I'm down for whatever. You know this.
All right.
By the way, just for Roll20's sake, I can't see the layer. So
Oh yeah, because there's nothing.
Okay.
There's nothing right now. We're gonna, as far as Roll20 goes, be on it, but nothing's gonna show yet. Nothing's gonna show yet. We'll show what's there whenever time comes. So, first things first. Dave and Britt, what? Well, no, I'm sorry. Arvindal and Barbie.
Yep.
What? It's been a couple weeks. In fact, I would probably say it's been a month or two since the troll incident. Sometime.
Oh, it's the
pressure,
troll.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I was
The
very
troll
confused
bounty?
to that noise.
It's been some time since the trolls. You guys have grown in power. You've been training some. You're all level 10 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So what specifically have your characters been doing during this break? So Britt, why don't you go first? What has Barbie been up to?
I think she has come to actually live at Guido Furryfoot's establishment.
Oh.
But not fully recognizing what it is.
Even 2 months after?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
she's just kind of like. Do you remember in Firefly how Kaylee was like obsessed with Inara's play?
Oh.
She's like, oh, it's so nice, like, and it's so pretty. It's kind of like that. Like, she's just like, wow, what a bunch of pretty ladies. Everybody, like, everything's decorated so nice. I love the baths here. Like, you guys are so hospitable. So she doesn't like get it. Like, she's kind of just thinks it's like a really nice hotel.
And then just for context, Guido's a pimp.
Yeah, he runs
Okay.
a whore house, but to Barbie, it's a whore home. But yeah, so basically, oh, perfect timing. She has taken up to living there because the other living quarters were not up to her royal standards. I'm guessing she's made friends with Roxanne because she's like, you seem like a boss lady, like in charge, whatever. Trying to make friends around the village and just doing like small quests to sort of take her larger goal of getting, quote, life experience done.
Hell yeah, awesome. So Dave, what has Arvindal been up to? What has he been doing?
So I'm gonna say he's definitely been kind of attuning his skills, considering the last two fights. The last one not being as bad as the first one, but definitely that. He's also been up to some stuff that will later come out. A little bit shady stuff that they kind of see him come and go very often in the town.
Oh my.
But he has taken up residence not with Guido, but near Guido.
Okay, nice. Oh, by the way, I didn't really mention this, and obviously now is a time where it doesn't really come into play. But you guys are free to multi-class as much as you guys would like. Leo and the other trainers of the battlegrounds are happy to teach you just about any skills or any trade of any kind as far as the warrior ways go. So if you guys have any interest in that, you can absolutely take a look, and we can take a look at doing that.
I think Barbie's pretty chill being a barbarian just because it's like her family tradition, and then all of the other like non-Bone Crusher clan traditions like she takes from her mother, and it's like princessy stuff like what are those things called? Tapestry making or tapestry weaving and like instrument playing and whatever. So she's kind of like well-rounded in that way. So I guess if she had to multi-class, she could be bard barbarian, but like
actually that'd be something kind of interesting to see if like Barbie, who's been pretty like sheltered as far as what she's going to learn from who, suddenly has the ability to learn multiple different things from whatever she's interested in. Yeah, cool, awesome. All right, and Isaac is in Roll20, and right now we're waiting to see if he'll jump in on Discord or anything
for his intro. But,
yeah.
But we could give a more in-depth a character review if you want, Ricardo, so you kind of know who our characters are before we meet yours.
Actually, I think that'd be really useful for Ricardo. Yeah.
Dave, I'll let you go first.
Yeah. If you want to re-spiel your introduction again, because it is a pretty well thought out introduction, why don't you go ahead and do that?
Mine?
Yeah.
Let me find it again. Hold on.
I mean, you can give us the Cliff Notes version of it. You don't have to find it word for word.
It's been so long.
It's been so long. I forgot
he has a dark history where he had to, he did in fact have to kill his own brother to save one of his clans, I guess you could say.
And that's why it's taking Isaac so long to get on.
Right, that's exactly why. He has to come in from his untimely death. And the thing is that he hides it from everyone, and nobody really knows what actually happened to his brother and how it all worked out. It was, in fact, some form of blood magic that he had to perform in order to save everybody, including himself.
Yeah, that shit is dork. Dork-sided. So Barbie's actual. I'm gonna actually exit Discord so we don't hear feedback. So Barbie is.
Yeah, I can't handle feedback. Not without crying anyway.
From the Bone Crusher clan, as I said before. So she is like the chieftain's daughter. And in order to quell some pretty nasty rivalries between the local orc clan and the local forest high elf people, there was an arranged marriage between Barbie's mother and then Barbie's dad. So basically she's half elf, half orc. She got real pointy ears.
I think that sentence actually describes it perfectly. It's her mother, but it's her dad. It's not mother and father. It's not mom and dad. Yeah. It's mother and dad.
Yeah. So she is like kind of the like, and the whole idea is that she's raised to also solidify like there to in Mr. Bone Crushers where it's clans sort of unity. So they're all about like sharing things and whatnot. So she's being raised sort of in both cultures. So like on one hand, she's like very skilled at like martial arts and combat and things, but her mom is also making sure she like takes away the learned things. So she's like pretty well read. She plays, I think we said a violin. Yeah, she plays a violin. She knows needlepoint work, like stuff that you think of for like princessy stuff. And she's like well versed in like court manners and all that stuff. So kind of think of it as like if you've seen Brave, it's like all the shit the mom was trying to teach her. Like this is how a lady stands and how a lady walks or whatever. But it's also kind of silly because she's a big green lady with pink hair because why not?
And Isaac, can you hear us okay?
He is muted.
He is muted. You are muted. I think by default you're... Oh.
I know I'm muted. Hey guys, can you guys hear me okay?
Hey-o.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Cool, yeah, no, I got the boy in here playing freaking Mario Kart, and I'm kind of working at this. I still got a couple hours to go work-wise, so I'm just going to make sure my work thing doesn't time out on the other screen, so...
Yeah, no worries. So I know that your character introduction and your character life story was a little bit weird for last session, but we never actually got around to doing that, sadly. That being said, did you have anything in mind as to what your character's up to, what he's doing in this particular town that is focused around gaining power and
does
doing
Ricardo
bounties?
know that, actually? Does Ricardo know about Avalanche? Because you might want to just tell
Yeah,
him.
well, yeah, he was in the first session.
Yes.
We'll get there. But yeah, Isaac, do you have anything in particular?
So I'm trying to sign into Nipion right now, but so a couple of things. So in my mind, since we weren't able to do that, the other we had initially had planned for. So yeah, I'm playing a level 10 warlock. He's a oh my god, he's the demon race. What's it called?
Tiefling.
He's not a demon. He's a tiefling. Sorry. So they look demon-like. His name is Theros, so I'm trying to think of how I'm gonna play it, but he's definitely on the side of that. He's been a mercenary for a long time. He has no family. He has a bit of a dark history that I think will play out. I think I owe you, Ian, maybe a couple more details so as to not to blindside you with anything. But I'm gonna create a better and a little bit of a darker background for him instead. I think I'm gonna go in that direction.
Yeah, you got it.
Time to flesh it out yet. But I think that's what I'm gonna do. Is he after power? Yes, he thinks of himself. He is chaotic neutral. But he does believe in like keeping deals and going after what will benefit him the most. But I think with his history, like I said, I gotta flesh this out. But he also has a soft side that will come out that I prefer will come out naturally. I'm not gonna really say a whole lot more than that, except what I'm gonna disclose to Ian as the DM. So that's where I want to leave it with Theros. And he's gonna be a little bit of a mysterious guy for now. Because I still need to flesh out the rest of his background, and I'm gonna get that to you tonight, hopefully. And I think that's where I'm gonna go with that. He is quite powerful. I went through a whole lot of prepared to picked out a couple of good spells for him and stuff, and rearranged his stats according to what was recommended. Let's see. So, I think that's most I want to share for now, but I'm ready to get started. I'm just trying to get into my D&D Beyond account.
You got it. No worries. We still have a little bit of interesting stuff to talk about before we get into true detail. But is Theros going to be a warlock or is he a wizard?
Sorry, wizard. Yep, you're right.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. No, I just wanted to make sure I remembered right because I might have planned things with one thing in mind. But anyway, so...
And full disclosure, he never played a spellcaster ever in 19 years of playing D&D. It's a tank for my...
I'm now level 10.
Well, it's never too late to try new things, so this will be exciting.
Holy fuckholy. Sorry.
Yeah, you have a lot of fucking health. You're a barbarian.
Yeah. I just updated my character, so I'm now also level 10. I picked the feat Orcish Fury.
Yeah. All right, so you guys, let's go more into specifics. What were your characters doing this brand new day? So, Britt, what was Barbie doing today?
She will brush her hair, get dressed everywhere.
All right, perfect. So she's in her quarters of the of Guido's place, which doesn't have a name yet, sadly. They put it in a pie or something. I don't know. And
but yeah, she probably took a bath. Like, it's gonna walk to the guild places where they get food, right? Like breakfast?
Yeah, I think so.
So she probably took a bath, got like all nice and ready, and then she's gonna head for Brekkie.
Nice, all right. Ricardo, we're gonna get to your introduction a little bit later. We're gonna find out who you are soon. But David,
okay.
what is Arvindal up to today? Like, just a quick little... What's he up to? What has he been doing?
We're gonna go with the real. I've been cleaning my house.
All right, awesome. So Arvindal's there.
That makes sense, though. Like, you've been here for a while, so now you're just, like, building your nest and settling in.
Yeah, awesome. And then, Isaac, do you have anything in mind that your character would be doing today?
Okay, buddy, thanks. Yeah, so let me think. Nothing in particular. I think a normal day for Theros would just be... he's probably just like brooding in some supermarket for food or something, and he's not doing a whole lot right now. I'd say he's just looking for, if nothing else, with purpose. He's looking for some kind of opportunity. Let's just say, like right now, he just finished his last mercenary job a couple days ago for Joe Schmo, and now he's looking for more trouble, but he's not up to anything in particular.
All right, sounds like a plan. So just to start us off from the top, I need y'all to make an intelligence saving throw.
All right, nice. One moment.
Except for you, Ricardo, obviously.
Okay.
Once David comes back on, we'll figure out...
Did it do it?
It did do it.
I didn't want to quit.
So, Isaac, whenever you're ready, you can go into Roll20 and then just on the left corner, hit the D20 and just hit one of them.
Actually... Well, do you have your character in D&D Beyond, Isaac?
Yep, I have him up, yeah.
Oh, cool. Then if you just go to Intelligence and, like, click on it...
Well, remember that's an add-on.
Well, okay, never mind.
Hey, Dave, you there?
You guys tell me what add-ons I should put on.
For some reason, I had two voices going at once because they hadn't disabled the one in Roll20, and it was feeding through.
That's right. Why. That does happen. Yeah. All right. Well, no worries. Go ahead and roll an intelligence saving throw, and then Isaac, that add-on you can install is called Beyond 20. But you don't have to do it right now if you don't want to. You can just roll a d20 and then add your intelligence modifier.
Yeah, the only reason why I like Beyond 20 is because then I can just use my character sheet from D&D Beyond to just do everything instead of like doing it through Roll20 and math.
And then manually adding.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll do that. But yeah, right now I'll just
Wow.
modifier. Hold on.
Wow, Dave, that's real good. That's good, man. Hey,
You're getting out the bad rolls now.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta
Hey,
think.
this is like Uno, right? The lower the number, the better.
Now, let's not talk about Uno. I always lose at Uno.
Oh.
You know, I haven't played since I was a kid, and I see all these memes about it, and I was like, I don't remember.
Katie has Harry Potter Unos.
Oh, fuck.
Oh shit!
Wait, I did that wrong, didn't I?
Wait, how do British people say Uno?
How do I roll dice in this thing again?
Oh,
Sorry, I didn't-
so go to the left side of the screen. There's a little die on the menu bar, and you just mouse over it, and then scoot over to the D20 portion. Okay, and then from there you would add your 8, so that's 10.
Yeah, you did better than I did.
All right, so
Team,
By the
you're
way,
dumbass.
we can't ignore our characters.
sorry.
Is there a reason why we can't
Oh, that's
ignore
a terrible roll. I have an intelligence of +8. Fuck, what the hell?
So yeah, right now we haven't. I haven't set up your characters on this new map, but we'll get that in a second. No worries. So
that sucked really. I expected way better.
well, no worries. That it happens. So what does happen now is you guys are blinded by a bright light. Your eyes adjust, and you find your senses they're struck with stale air and dust. The slightest tinge of mold and just dampness from behind you. It's suddenly like drying your mouth and just kind of filling it with a nasty taste and stings your eyes. That being said, there's a warm glow that comes from the ground, and you can tell around you that the rough gray walls and floor are supporting you now that you've kind of like stumbled down. You're trying to pick yourself back up, and you're noticing this as you hear the sound of shifting dirt coming from behind you, and then when your eyes come to, you notice that you are in almost entire darkness. This small light emanating from a sword of Arvindal's, actually. It seems like someone had cast the simple light spell on it, and you are in a gray stone tunnel with a door, or I'm sorry, with an opening ahead of you, slightly open. What do you guys do?
Oh, what is my intelligence? Give me a
Wait, that just magically happened.
That, from what you can tell, with your sweet 6, you suddenly appeared in this cave.
Okay, and everyone else is here too.
Everyone else is here too, and everyone else can kind of make out the same amount.
Barbie coughs. She's like, oh God, Leo, you really need to clean this place out. She's like waving her hand in front of her face with the dust.
Yep,
This is the morning. She has not had coffee fee yet.
That's true. As you wave your hand in front of your face, you notice that it's just barely pushing out the dust out of the way. It's more like it's continuing the flow of dust as it goes past you,
disgusting.
and then gets collected to your face again.
That is disgusting.
Isaac, what does Theros do? Is Theros doing anything in particular?
Yeah, he's probably just like coughing up a storm too. He's like, ugh, what? And he doesn't know you guys yet, I imagine, right? So he's just, I guess.
I'll say that you guys do. Actually, you know what? With a roll like that, well, you know what? Let's say this: you guys do know each other vaguely. You're a relatively new member of Avalanche, the town, and you've recently joined the mercenary ranks. So these guys are
like, we would have seen him around town, but it's just like
exactly.
not.
And this is one of the first missions that you guys are on, and this is, you recognize him, but not especially well. So, is there anything in particular you guys are doing?
Well, I could look just completely confuddled. That's all.
Do I have dark vision? I can't remember.
Actually, it's a good point.
Yeah,
Who does have dark vision?
I do.
Don't remember.
Okay,
Where do you
I-
go
I-
see
I-
that?
Dark vision would be under features and traits, all the way at the bottom.
But Theros is coughing up a storm. He's like, ugh, what? going
Yes,
on.
I do have dark vision. Yay.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so all of you guys have dark vision. So as you're coughing up and you're trying to like find your bearings again, you notice again this light emanating from one of Arvindal's swords, and you notice in front of you this light is illuminating this gray stone doorway straight ahead, and beyond the doorway you can kind of tell emanating from the darkness small, like very thinly lit purple glowing almost in like strange shapes along the floor and along the walls. It's something you can definitely tell from the darkness, but you can't really make out exactly what it is yet. But the door in front of you is open enough for you to see into it.
And that's the thing
How
that's
amazing, I
basically
guess,
leaving
yeah.
like there's no exit. It's just like
If you look behind you, you can tell that there's a large amount of dirt and rubble shifted to the other side of the cave. You can see only one way through this tunnel, and it is straight ahead through the stone doorway.
okay, so to the doorway, I guess it is.
All right. Anybody else have any ideas before we start making our way to the room?
Actually, she's probably gonna look around, realizing this is not Leo's gross bar, finally, and actually get that like she's in a tunnel or whatever, and just be like looking around. So since I have dark vision, I would be able to see them, kind of.
You would absolutely be able to see them.
Okay. So she'd be like, Arvindal, pointy guy. Any of you know about this?
Can I roll perception or no?
You can roll perception, but why don't you tell me what you're trying to do? Like, are you trying to figure out?
I'm trying to figure out what's going on since apparently I'm stupid about this.
I would say.
I mean, to be fair, I think if someone put a black bag over your face in the nighttime and took you somewhere, you would also be dumb about this.
Yeah, I think right now you couldn't tell anything. I'm not gonna make you roll again because that's.
I'll say that I'm gonna take a couple steps forward and try to kind of investigate what's going on.
Well, again, are you trying to find out like, oh, why am I here, or are you trying to find out what's this room ahead of me, or are you trying to find out how many animals have walked past, or
ahead of me?
What's ahead of you? Okay, in that case, yeah, go ahead and make a perception check. Go ahead and make a. Hey, there it is. Oh, all right.
Nice.
So you can definitely now that the dust is out of your eyes and you've kind of like taken a moment to clear yourself. You're a little confused as to what's going on, but you can clearly tell ahead. In this room, beyond the doorway is it's almost like an altar kind of area. There's a stone. Let's say again, altar in the middle of the room, with smaller pillars along the side that only reach up about halfway to what you can tell is the ceiling.
Okay.
Some of the purple light that emanates from that room, very faint, is actually etched into the stone, and it's leading from the pillars outside of the altar towards the inside of the altar. And you can tell one more thing.
So
you can tell that. Sorry, what was that?
It is in fact an altar, not a throne.
It is in fact an altar, and you can tell on top of the altar is something with a leathery texture on the outside.
Barbie's actually gonna, in the interim of him like investigating, look at well, I'm gonna say Theros because you told me the name, but obviously she doesn't know. She's like, oh gosh, where are my manners? And she like dusts off her pantaloons and like holds out her. She's like, oh, hail and well met. I'm Barbie. Like, and yeah, introductions.
Alright, so Theros is just gonna stare at you and be like, hello, and just like shyly grab your hand, but she'll be.
She shakes it so vigorously, but it's kind of uncomfortable because she does have orc strength, so like whole firm handshake thing is taken just to a slight uncomfortable degree. And then she lets go.
All right. So Dave, now that you have this newly found information, what are you doing?
He's muted.
David, you are muted, sir.
I can't let you do that, Dave.
Yeah. David.
That'd be a great recording.
David.
David.
Oh, actually, that brings up a good point. Isaac, we've been getting into the habit of recording our sessions and then putting them on YouTube. Realistically, the only reason I want to record them is just so I can, like, kind of re-listen and learn from them in the past. Are you okay with that? Or would you rather us not record it?
No, yeah, of course, no, go for it.
Oh, I think,
Thanks, man.
babe, you might have your sound allowed on Roll20 because I just heard you echo.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can turn this off. Dave,
Settings.
are you there?
Yes, I'm here. What's up?
So now that you've seen with your 22 perception check, you can see that it's an altar, the pillars, the leathery simple object on the altar. What do you do?
I call everybody over and tell them, look, it looks like some sort of shrine or altar.
So yeah, Barbie's gonna walk forward.
Theros will cry.
Awesome. Okay. I guess you guys. Is anybody not making their way into the room now, or are you all working your way in?
Yeah, I'm working my way in slowly.
Alrighty. Awesome. So so you guys walk into this chamber. It's roomy enough to fit all of you in it. But it is definitely not a throne room of any kind. It's maybe, I don't know, maybe like 20 feet in diameter at most. You can tell that the three pillars surrounding this large cylindrical shaped altar in the middle are all channeling some sort of magical essence to the center altar. There's some small trinkets found on the pillars themselves, and upon closer inspection, you can tell that there is a book in the middle of the altar. What do you guys do?
Barbie's gonna take out her handy dandy notebook and just start flipping through the pages to see if she finds anything like in the past jobs that she's done about like books.
It's funny because as you say this, or as you do this, you're flipping through your notebook, a page stands out to you, a page that's not fully attached to the book itself, but kind of like flips out. You notice that it is a note.
Ooh.
And upon inspection of this note, you can tell that it's details to a certain location, and it's details to a certain tome of secrets. And go ahead and make a it says it's a tome of secrets that you were requested to get, and at the bottom of the page there's a signature that simply says M.
Okay. Is this my handwriting?
This is not your handwriting. You can tell that for free, but if you want to investigate further, you can do a roll and see what you get from that.
In which case, can I flip through the rest of my notebook? Because, like, as we have seen, Barbie is a note taker, so she's going to see if there's any record of her taking notes about this thing.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead and roll just an intelligence check.
Okay.
Straight up and down.
I think it did it.
It
I don't want to like click it again.
did.
Okay. Wow.
Goodness gracious.
We are not doing well in intelligence.
So you're flipping through your page through the pages of your notebook. You're holding this page and you're trying to like. You feel something like it's on the tip of your brain, on the tip of your tongue to remember what it is. You can't seem to pull it. You can't seem to figure out exactly what it is you're trying to remember.
So she gets the attention of her compatriots. It's like, guys, I have this note, but I don't have any notes about it or memories about it. And she's still like flipping through the like notebook and it's just like confused, but she's like holding out the note for you guys to see.
Okay, so Arvindal, as you see the note, why don't you go ahead and make an investigation check as well? Oh, I'm sorry, not investigation, an intelligence check. I keep saying that.
I'm doing an intelligence roll again?
Yes.
Oh, that's better.
That is better. So you look at this note and you just get this flash back to your mind, and you can tell, you see that note and you see another pair of hands on it. You see that it's Martha, and she's giving you this note, and the words. It's hard to put exactly what the words that she's using while she gives you this note, but you can tell that she's telling you something different, but she's handing you this note.
Can I make out what she's telling me through that?
She's an older, gnomish woman. I'm not sure if you want to make out with her.
Huh?
No.
But
Really?
she has a beard, sir. That's perfectly fine if you're okay with that. Just make sure you let me know so I can, roleplay.
Can I understand what she is in fact trying to show me on this note?
Dave, will you roleplay with me?
Stop.
Okay, anyway. You go ahead and make a... You know what? With that particular intelligence check, you can tell that she's just talking about the day. She's talking about nothing terribly interesting. She's just kind of like, oh, isn't it a lovely summer day outside, isn't it? As she's passing you the note.
Okay. So then it does me no good. I just know that it was given to us beforehand.
Yes.
By Martha.
By Martha, and for some reason Barbie has it in her book.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and I'll go so far as to say that you know that Barbie is the one who took it.
Do you share this with the peanut gallery? The answer
I
can be no.
share
I'm
it-
just curious.
Share it with the peanut gallery.
Okay.
Okay.
Barbie looks very confused because she has no memory of this place. As Gandalf would say. But it's like, I mean, I guess we're getting a book for Martha? Like, it's just very confused.
Uh-huh. You can tell as you're reminiscing and you're talking about this, you can tell that the arcane sigils across the pillars and across the actual what did I call it? The middle thing? Altar, thank you. And across the altar kind of flare up for a moment and then shudder back down to their typical luminescence.
I mean, there's a book here. And she kind of like looks at the two of them like.
And then just to reiterate, the note does specifically say a certain location, and there's like a small like sprawling of like dark stone tomb beside or within the deep forest, like details of towards the location of this book that's being referenced. Yeah, that's what it says. What do you guys do?
Well, I would like to be able to read this book.
The book? So you're gonna go and pick it up?
I'm gonna go carefully approach it because I'm not sure if it may be in fact booby trapped around it,
Okay.
or if there's some form of magic near it.
Are you checking for traps, or are like, because you're not sure if it's booby trapped? Are you checking for traps, or are you just kind of like cautiously trying to reach for it, or what are you doing?
How far away is it from me?
I'd say it's probably within 5-10 feet. Yeah. Again, it's not a very big room, and the altars and pillars consume a large portion of the room, but there is enough space for you to walk around and all that. So, what do you guys do?
I hear you, Brittany. But I don't
Yeah.
hear Ian.
Yeah,
So Ian's next to me. Apparently our computer shat itself, so we signed on to my account.
But yeah, the internet is being wonky over here, I guess. Okay, so anyway, so sorry, Dave. What did you say?
I was gonna cast detect magic.
Okay, awesome. So go ahead and mark that off. And as you do, I want you to make another intelligence check.
Okay, wait, all of us or just David?
Just David for now. Hey, there you go. So David, you get some pretty heavy flashbacks from. I want you to roll a D4 as well. Oh shit. Okay. Go ahead and mark off 4 spell slots. Whichever 4 you choose, you can mark them off. But I want you to mark them off from your spell slots.
4 slots.
4 slots, as in you expended 4 slots. And as you go to cast Detect Magic, you can feel that you are not at tip-top shape. You don't have all your spells. You have used some earlier, and you get a flashback, and you realize that you guys were just recently in a fight. You guys maybe half an hour has passed since you guys fought the bugbears, and you cast a couple of different hunter's marks, and you use some of your spells to be able to defeat this horde. One of the bugbears was able to escape, and you can hear in the distance as you're walking into the tomb, or as you're walking into what looks like a cave with some distant stone structures. You can tell that that there's a horn going off in the distance.
There's a horn going off in the distance. Somehow we've recently been in a fight.
Yeah. Are you saying this out loud?
I'm asking you.
Yeah. You've recently been in a fight.
Uh-huh.
The horn is going off, or the horn went off in the distance as you're walking into this cave, tunnely area.
Uh-huh.
And that's about what you remember. And you've spent you spent 4 spells. Sorry?
So essentially you're saying I blacked out?
You...
I guess it would appear to be so.
It doesn't... So, starting the memory and then ending the memory, you can't make a connection as to why you've blacked out, but you can tell that there is certainly a lapse in memory between...
And so I look around. Are my party members okay?
You look around, and there's nothing that stands out to you of them looking worse for wear. Do you say anything in particular?
Well, I guess I would ask, did anyone else see that?
See what? Jinx, you owe me a drink! And then she...
Eventually, when COVID goes away.
Yeah.
No. In game, she fully intends for you to buy her like a soda, like a spritzer.
He stirs daggers of death. He doesn't like paying for other people's stuff.
She laughs even harder.
Okay. So no one got a flashback of us recently fighting or having casted spells or anything.
In general, I can't cast spells, so
Yeah.
no.
Are you drunk?
So,
Might as well be, because I'm not really sure what's going on.
Isaac, go ahead and roll a d4 yourself, please.
Oh dear God.
D4, you said?
1d4, yeah. Oh, by the way, just so everyone knows, and so you know, Isaac, we are going to be ending this around 6, just for the sake of, dinner and all that. So...
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, Diana's out doing grocery runs because she wants to not be in the house for too long, but she takes all her protective gear, so she's out right now, and the girls are sleeping, and Lucas is playing.
Oh, nice.
So.
Well, yeah, awesome. So go ahead and mark off 3 spell slots from your spell slot count.
Okay.
And then as Arvindal is mentioning this, you do get some flashbacks of a fight that recently happened. You know that you used some of your spells to defeat these bugbears as well. But that's the extent of your sense memory. So Dave, you go ahead and mark off your detect magic. You are detecting magic, and you can see that the pillars around the altar and the altar itself is they're glowing pretty heavily. You can see that these items on the pillars are they're not glowing themselves so much as they are it seems like there's a glow from within them being spread out, and to the center altar are surrounding this leather-bound book. And you can tell that there's a small it's almost like a bubble around the book, half mooning the altar. So you got that, Dave?
Yeah. So the 3 you had Isaac roll means that he's also casted, in fact, 3 spells recently.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm catching on to what
But your player, or your character doesn't know that because Theros hasn't mentioned it.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind.
So realistically, everyone kind of has something going on, but we don't really know what it is.
Are you asking me, or are you telling me?
The flashback occurred because I casted the spell, Detect Magic.
I mean, are you asking me, or are you telling me?
I'm asking you.
If you're asking me, I'm not telling you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna assume it was because the second I casted it, all of a sudden I'm getting flashback.
Sure, cool. So what are you doing now?
Well, I'm gonna try to approach the book then.
The bunk bed?
The book, then.
Oh God. Okay. So you approach the book. What are you doing in particular? And
Walk towards it and try to pick it up.
okay. Is Theros or Barbie doing anything in particular?
She was just kind of waiting, like looking at the both of them because they look weird and confused, and like obviously Arvindal just asked a question that she doesn't have the answer to. If he's walking closer to the book, she's actually gonna say, "Wait!" And hold out like a little manicured hand.
Okay. Theros, anything to contribute?
No, I think I'm just standing. I think Darius was just standing there a little confused to what just transpired to him, because I think he is with his regular intelligence, like he's feasting. Was like, wait, did something just happen as well? What Arvindal just said too? Like he's taking a second to try to compose his head. Like right now, he's not really doing anything. I think he doesn't care what that this other guy's going in front of the book. So.
Okay.
Did Arvindal listen to Barbie?
Well, that's what I'm gonna have you guys roll right now. So
No, I did not. What did Barbie say?
She just said, "Wait."
So Barbie
Okay,
and
so then
Barbie and
hold back
Arvindal.
for a second.
Well, hold on. Barbie and Arvindal. Roll a d20 plus your initiative.
So you can do that using D&D Beyond. I think I just did it. We'll see if it worked.
Okay.
I know. 3 damage is just so much.
Did I pick it up, or did it just hit me and I kind of take a step back?
It hit you, and I'll say that you took a step back before you went any further.
Okay. So now I'm kind of just staring at it. I look back at the two of them, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, you take a look at Barbie, who just after you tried to reach your hand in and got shocked, she says, "Wait." So, what are you doing?
I mean, duh, it's a creepy book in a cave. You can't just touch it.
Just a friendly reminder, because you have your detect magic, you can tell that the pillars surrounding the altar have like funnels of arcane energy going to this bubble.
Okay, so I would like to find out if the pillars are the source for protection of the book.
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Oh, thank God. Is that a D20 as well? Yes, right?
That is a D20 as well. If you roll something less than a D20, I will not let you take it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's pretty easy to put together, especially since you have detect magic on. It's pretty easy to see that yes, the arcane, well, the pillars are funneling the energy, their arcane energy to this bubble, and the bubble is actually being supported by these pillars. You can tell that on the pillars are some small items. They're somewhat sunken into the pillars. Like there's a little wall surrounding the items, so it's hard to tell exactly what it is unless you get a little bit closer. But yeah, you can tell that the bubble energy is coming from the pillar.
So I look back and I tell my group, guys, I'm pretty sure those pillars are the only reason we can't grab that book.
And Ricardo, I promise we're going to get you in just a moment. Sorry it's taking so long.
No, take your time. I'm enjoying role playing.
Mm-hmm. So, question to David. Do you say the pillars are the reason we can't?
Yes, the pillars are the source of energy for protection towards the book.
Okay.
Well, I think we
Roll
got
it.
rolls. Yep. Oh, fuck! Jesus Christ!
So Barbie just pulls out her axe and like swings it like a fucking baseball bat at one of the pillars.
You
Like just the closest one.
You know what? God, that's the pillar. Yeah. So So you say this, and just a moment after the words come out of your mouth, Barbie steps up, pulls out her battle axe, and just like reaches back and lets it go, and it just
home run.
Yeah, it goes. It doesn't go through the pillar, but it does crack a massive dent into it, and you can see the parts of the pillar are crumbling off, and the arcane light flickers and it actually shudders out. as the bubble pops and another flash of light, not as significant as the one you felt earlier, but this flash of light, it blinds you for a moment. When you look back, especially with your detect magic, you can tell that the magic is gone and the book is still accessible. Oh, and one more thing. Well, no, that's it. So, the book is no longer shielded.
I did it! And she just like erases her hands.
So when is my character gonna come and kill them? Just kidding.
Is this enough glitter or more?
I look back at Barbie and I pretty much give her this look like that worked.
I mean,
the book.
you said the pillars were protecting it.
Oh, and you know what? Isaac, go ahead and roll an intelligence check.
Sometimes brute force works.
Nice. All right, so Theros has been spending his time just kind of in the corner thinking about, trying to recall, like, God, what happened today? What was earlier? What was before this? And this flash of light goes off, and you suddenly look back and you remember walking through the forest, and talking to these people, or more accurately, being talked to by these people because the orc just won't shut up. And you remember that you're on this mission. Your goal is to follow these guys and help them with whatever their thing was. They didn't really tell you much detail, but Leo told you to follow them for the day.
Cool. So now I know this. And am I also paying attention to what's going on here with like the pillar and stuff?
Right now, especially since you were spending most of your time just trying to recollect, right now you're not following along what's going on in the room, but as far as your memory from the past, that's about all you got. So,
I think I keep it to myself, but then I'm just like, he's like, okay, so I think he's kind of composed again and starts to pay attention to what's going on, so.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. So, what are you guys doing? The pillar is like, has mostly crumbled. It's actually fallen down to the ground, and you can tell the item that was being held by it has fallen to the edge of the to the edge of the room.
What is it?
The item. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
What is she investigating?
I'm curious as to what the item was that fell off the pillar.
Okay, it's a round. It's weird. It's like a stone ball, but it kind of bounces. You can tell that it's hollow, but you also don't really get a good look at it from where you are.
Arvidal, is there stuff on the other pillars?
There might be, in fact, because they all were emanating the same arcana energy.
So can he see from his vantage point if there's like stuff on top of all the pillars?
If you want to start investigating the pillars, you can. The book is accessible if you want to do that. What do you do, Arvindal? And what do you do, Theros? It is mere moments before your character is introduced to the campaign.
You threw off my groove. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
So, Dave, what you up to?
I'm gonna attack one of the other pillars.
Okay, sure. Go
Wait,
ahead.
but do you see what's on them? Like, because Barbie asked, like, is there stuff up there? Like, what's up there?
It doesn't actually show, other than Arcana symbols, it doesn't really show that I can't see anything from it directly.
Well, you can't see what's in it simply because there's a little bit of a wall. There's no ceiling to the pillar. You can go closer and look into it. Just from your current vantage point, you can't tell what's inside of it.
Okay, so I'm gonna move forward and try to see if I can see what Barbie is asking me for.
Okay, go ahead and make a investigation check.
For now.
All right, so you take a look into the pillar that's closest to you. You have to like walk a couple feet to get to it, but you can tell that within it is a small wooden what you can tell is a wand. And you can even tell from across the room what Barbie was looking at because of that very good roll. It was indeed a hollow skull that bounced to the floor and clattered across the room.
Can you say that again?
So you look into the pillar that you're looking at, and you can tell that there's a wand in it. It has certain details. You can tell that it has it's not like a commonly produced wand. It's pretty unique and individual. And you can also tell that across the room that came out of the other pillar is a skull. Just the top half of a skull. So no lower jaw.
So I see a wand and I see a half skull.
Yes.
I have a DM question
Mm-hmm.
about the world. So, like, let's say we're on a mission like this. If we bring back extra stuff, do we get more money? Or it's just like, you know what I mean?
For this particular... No, Leo hasn't mentioned things before. He has mentioned that anything of value you find in the mission, non-pertaining to the not pertaining to the direct mission, is yours. He does not mind himself with anything that you guys happen to find or purchase. Or
Okay. In which case, Barbie's gonna be like, pick it up, like she's basically just like free shit.
So, but in order to get them, we have to destroy the pillar like Barbie did.
No. It's easy enough to reach in and grab it. It was just that you couldn't see it from across the room because it's like in a cup almost, where the walls are higher than the bottom.
So I have Mage Hand. Can I use that? I have 30 feet of range with it.
Mm-hmm. And what are you going to do with it?
Pick up the thing.
So I'm going to try to pick some stuff up.
Sure. What are you going to pick up?
What do I see? Can I roll something for that? Like investigation or perception? See if I can find something else.
Yeah,
Plus,
sure.
I think I'm starting to notice what Barbie just like picked something up, and she's like, okay. So now I'm trying to look around and see what else about I have, because that's kind of like his big thing too. Like as a mercenary, he just wants good stuff for himself, so he's just gonna look around now.
Yeah. So let's say that there's one more pillar that hasn't been investigated. Why don't you go ahead and roll investigation for that pillar?
She put the skull in her bag, by the way.
Okay.
She's gonna take it to like Coelho or something and be like, "Is this worth anything? Give me money."
Yeah, it's hard for you to tell. You walk up to the pillar and you look inside of it, and you can't really recognize what it is. It's like a bunch of it's some weird piece of metal that's kind of like folded on top of itself. It's a little it's just weird. You don't know. So yeah, that's what you get out of it.
Alright, so I'm trying to think, because what I'd like to do is still try to grab what I see, but using Mage Hand. I don't want to like get too close to that part to put my bare hands on.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So first off, you saw Barbie pick up the skull and put it in her bag, and all is good. You use Mage Hand and you pick up this weird piece of metal, and you have it in your Mage Hand. Is there anything particular you're doing with it?
I don't know if so again, I'm new to this, so I can try to like see if I can investigate it with again, like with from a distance with the Mage Hand. Like I'll bring it closer to me, but not.
Okay, I'm still gonna say that you got to see what it is, but you just don't recognize what it is. You just don't know. Like it's clearly visible. You can move it around. It's within like it's within regular arm's reach. It's just hard for you to tell exactly what it is.
And if you're like, I would say if you're making it keep your distance, Barbie notices this and then pulls the skull back out of her bag and is like, I think the magic's worn off. And she puts the skull on top of her tiny crown. It's like, see? And she's just like, boop, 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 boop. I'm like, nothing.
I need you to roll a d20 plus your bad karma.
Okay.
I'm joking. There's no Jesus. So, Arvindal, what are you up to?
Or I'll take it. She's like saying, like, she's just like, okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the half skull.
No, that's what I took.
Yeah, Barbie has the half skull.
But you got
I'll take the one.
Yeah.
Okay. So right now you've taken all the items that were in the pillars. You murder thieving hobos. It's fine. Great. Congratulations. The book is in the middle of the altar.
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
Can you grab the book so we can go? It's like Barbie at the bottom.
And then as I grab my wand, I go ahead and move over to the book and grab it.
Okay. So you grab the book. I'd like you to make a charisma saving throw. Actually, no, a wisdom saving throw.
Ouch.
Great. That's awesome. So you take the book, and Ricardo, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay. So you hear footsteps from behind you, and a very tall, very wide bugbear slash orc smashes his way through the door behind you, demanding for you to return his book back. I'm just kidding. So you see a leather-bound book. The leather is stained blue, royal blue, and it has inlays of gold. Very finely crafted, very detailed. It's quite beautiful, actually. At its center, there is a purple gem inside a circular, almost sun-shaped gold sort of talisman that's encrusted into the leather. And on its spine, you see that it says Tome of Writings Arcana, a collection by, but where the author's name would be, it's been torn off. That seems to be one of the only flaws that you can perceive of on the book. And I guess in your mind, you would hear the following.
So I look back and go, what the fuck?
Oh, wait, I'm not done.
Quick thing.
You would hear the following.
Sorry, quick thing. The bugbear thing was a joke. That didn't actually happen.
No, the bugbear thing is a joke. It didn't actually happen. My character is the book itself. So as you pick it up, you would hear a voice ring inside your head that would say the following. Hello there, master. What may I call you?
Guys, I think this book is trying to talk to me.
Whoa! Like Barbie's just like she starts waving her hand. She's like, "Oh, ask it a question. Like,
Barbie, I don't know if that's how this works. All it said was it wants to know my name, and for some reason it keeps calling me master.
It's Arvindal! Like she's so excited. She's just yelling. I don't know if the book has ears, so she's just assuming like it can hear.
It's speaking through my. I'm assuming I'm hearing this in my head.
Yeah.
I'm guessing unless Ian wants to
let's say the book can hear and can perceive its surroundings, but it cannot it cannot speak without it can only speak to its wielder.
Oh, and then like Barbie's raising her hand, she goes, oh, the Leo said it's message, and she's just like so excited that the book is talking.
It's actually sending. That was my bad.
Sorry. Oh, okay. She's like, it's sending, like she knows a magic thing. This is like so exciting to her. She has like zero arcane experience.
So then I look at the book and I say, my name is Arvindal. What is it that's happening right now?
Would my character know what's been going on? I imagine I've been dormant for a long time.
Yes, and actually, yes, you've been dormant a very long time. You have, I'm going to send you a text.
Okay.
And I should have done this earlier. I'm sorry about that. But basically, you have been there for a very long time. You're glad that you're able to talk to somebody at the very least.
Have I been aware of the passage of time?
Yes, you have.
So my character would say, I've been here a very long time, master. I am just happy to have a new wielder.
So am I the first person to have you since your last master, and how long has that been?
Book will try to remember. Let me make a roll, and you tell me what I remember, Ian.
Well, you remember everything. You didn't have to roll for it. But
okay.
But I will text you, and yeah.
Too bad he's a slow texter.
Yeah, I guess we have to wait. So I guess the book would be like, do you have a name, master?
Oh, he said it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't catch that.
It's Arvindal.
Arvindal?
Yes.
The book would say, very well, Master Arvindal. Do you have a specific title you wish for me to address you as?
No, I think Arvindal will do just fine.
Very well, Master Arvindal. Hold up. Let me see what I remember, guys.
Yeah.
To put on my glasses.
Well-
In the interim, Barbie is like, "What's the book called?" Like she's just yelling from across the cave.
Barbie, I'll ask the name in a second.
Wait.
Okay.
Should have texted faster, bitch.
Alright, I'll be right back, guys. But I think Theros is just putting the thing away and now starts paying attention to all the yelling Barbie's doing. So he's fully immersed in what the heck's going on. And he heard a book talking, or he heard about a book talking to somebody.
I will say this. A long time ago, my friends and I were working on a special project. A weapon to be used by those who are worthy. Fortunately, we acquired the attention of powerful forces from Baitor, and Baitor is essentially D&D hell. Demons came for the weapon. Through a series of unfortunate events, my soul ended up being trapped within it. My only wish at this moment is to find a worthy wielder and to get revenge on the demons that caused my death and the death of my friends.
What is your name?
I can't really remember.
Well, what should we call you?
You can call me Codex.
Codex, do you remember what your former form was?
I have a sense of feeling. I was similar to you, but so much time has passed and my memory is not what it used to be.
Oh, which, by the way, David, how do you answer Barbie's question? Because she asked what the book is called.
Yeah, so I look back at, I was about to actually address that.
Yeah.
So I look back at Barbie and I say, Barbie, apparently all we can call it is Codex at the moment.
What's the spine say?
It's blank.
No, if you read the spine, it actually says, Tome of Writings Arcana, a collection by, and then whatever the author name or names were, it's been ripped off.
Okay.
And then Arvindal, do you still have the note from Barbie? Because she passed it to you.
I do still have the note.
She's gonna ask, "What's the name on the note?"
Did Ian tell us the name?
Yeah, it's like Book of Secrets or something.
Let's.
Oh, it was right. It was a book of secrets.
This is that book.
Oh, okay. So essentially, it is the book that we got in the page from Martha.
Yeah.
Huh. All right, I guess bring it back to Martha.
And I don't know if that's really what the book is interested in, though, Barbie. He mentioned something about revenge for his friends and himself.
Maybe Martha's trying to revenge? I don't know. People give us bounties all the time and we just do it.
I mean, we could go back and see if she knows anything more about this book.
I mean, she is the most book jockey? No. She's the most, well-read person we know. So, yeah, she could probably tell us.
If I'm being honest, I would gladly appreciate any excuse to leave this place. I've been here for far too long.
We're definitely going to take you with us. We're going to try to find out what's going on and how exactly we can help you.
I would gladly appreciate that help.
That's noble of you. Just
All right, so you guys, the tomb is dormant. Your detect magic spell is still going, is still active, but you can't detect any forms of magical essence remaining. The altar is quiet. The altar is silent, and the pillars are as well.
So
I mean, the book lights the fuck up.
Yeah.
But
right.
Other than that,
so out the way
here.
we came in.
Sure.
Well, technically, we don't know how we came in.
Well,
we know how we got into this room, but we don't know where the fuck we are.
Well, Ian said that if we turned around when we first came in, there was some dirt.
Yeah, you can tell. God, if only Claudia was here. Go. You know what, Barbie? Go ahead and make a
nature survival.
Make a survival check. Yeah.
Okay. Whip.
I'm a survivor. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. So you. All right. You can tell that this dirt has been freshly moved here. And you don't know how thick it is or anything like that, but you can definitely tell that it is, this dirt has not been there very long.
I think this is new. Like, so maybe this is an entrance and there was like a cave-in or something, or...
Yeah, something that you can tell is that the dirt is pretty... It's not like rocky or rubbly. There are some... You can tell that there are some like more dense areas along the outside, but for the most part, it's pretty much just dirt.
Yeah, she's gonna... I don't know if you want me to do a strength check, but she's just gonna try to dig then.
Sure, yeah, go ahead and make a strength check.
Hey, sorry about this. I'm really bad with names. Who's the person that's holding the book?
Fuck.
What are they called again?
16.
Oh, Arvindal?
Arvindal.
So you roll a 16, you start like trying to shovel the dirt, and then you actually make some pretty good progress. You start getting out of the way, but at the
Can
rate
I see what they're doing, Ian?
Yeah, you can see everything around you. I'll say in a 60-foot radius, like a typical site.
Okay. Then I'll say perhaps I can help you with this task, Master.
Wait, I didn't hear what happened.
I'm
Perhaps I
digging.
can help you with this task.
Yeah, I'm digging.
Oh, okay. So then I guess we could look in the book or ask the book. So I'll ask the book. Is there any way that we can get out of here that you would know of?
I have several tools at my disposal which you can use at your leisure. However, measuring your worth, it seems that you are too inexperienced in the arcane arts. This might cost you some pain.
Interesting. So in this case, I would like to ask the DM a question.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is Claudia?
I know, right? She's the miner here. She would know like about cave-ins and shit.
Yeah, dirt
okay,
expert.
so then in this case, I guess if it's gonna cause me pain, I might as well. Hey, no pain, no gain.
Or you could just help me dig, like...
I mean, can I ask the book how much pain? Like, is this gonna be like a learning experience where after I learn it, I won't have pain again? Or is it more like I simply won't be able to do what needs to be done?
And then Ricardo, just to answer a question that you're already considering, each casting of that will cost. I'll give you, because it's something simple like this, you can say you can cast it twice before having to pay a single time. So you'll get 2 for 1 on this.
First taste always free.
Just to remind you, because I'm trying to see what I can do, Move Earth is a 6th level spell.
Oh, is it? What about the that cantrip?
Let me see. There is a cantrip for this. It's called
Yeah, it's
Mold Earth.
Mold Earth. My bad.
So the book will say it should be only a slight inconvenience. And once you pay the price, I suppose you can use it a few times before the arcane energies within me go dormant once more.
How will I know how many times I should do it?
How will you know? I guess I have this formula here. It's kind of hard to read, but basically I'll ask you to make a sacrifice, and I can give you the book's power. So I'm going to ask you for 10 HP.
Okay.
Blood for the blood god.
Oh well, I'm good at that, right? Okay.
And as you agree, I guess you would take 10 HP points of damage, and then you suddenly know how to cast, while holding the book, the spell Mold Earth.
And actually,
essentially what it lets you do is you can target an area of loose earth and move it 5 feet in any direction.
Actually, you know what, Ricardo? Let's, for the simplicity of not having to make the players worry about a new spell, let's just make you the person who casts the spell itself. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just
if
make
that's the case, as soon as the price is paid, I will cast Mold Earth on the debris, I guess.
Awesome. So you you start shoveling the earth back with your move earth spell. Arvindal, as soon as you agree to this deal with Codex, you feel like your life essence is just barely trickled off, and you can tell that the God, what was it, Jackie Chan? The token, the thing in the middle of the book kind of flares up, and an arcane talisman. Thank you. The talisman in the middle of the book flares up, and the dirt that caused the cave-in starts funneling its way to the back room. It actually does not take very long before the tunnel is dug 30 feet deep, and you still, let's say, Arvindal, go ahead and make a nature check to see if you can tell how much you have left to do.
All right.
Awesome. Yeah, you look at this dirt and you kind of like push your hand through it, and it is incredibly loose. It's something that is you're very close to where this cave-in was caused.
Okay, so then in that case, I tell Barbie, all right, we gotta finish off the rest ourselves, and we start going at it.
Okay. Strength check, I guess?
Yeah, go ahead, you guys, and make strength checks.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I have terrible strength.
Oh, well.
Well, you fucked up. You didn't help Barbie for the first, 30 minutes while she was working at it, so now she's tired.
Perhaps there's something else I can do for you.
I mean, she's chipping away at it, but it's, very slow.
Okay, I'm back, and I can try to help, maybe? I'm trying to see what I have.
Yeah, well, go ahead and why don't you make a strength check as well, and we'll see how much you contribute.
No, I have a -1 of strength. Okay, fine.
Yeah, I have -1 too, don't worry.
I mean, hey, help is help, right? Unless you have a different idea, unless you have, a particular spell you were considering using.
I mean, I have fireball as a cantrip. I could just blow something.
So
I don't think that works on dirt.
Yeah, you as a pretty experienced wizard know that fireball does not. It's not so much as a area manipulate. It's not going to apply an actual force against the area. What it will do is just kind of incinerate that certain area. So it's not like it is an explosion, but it's not a physical explosion so much as it is just a scorching.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
I could cast a spell again, if I were to be provided with the energy suffice to do so.
If you guys want to, you can. With these rolls, you start digging and you realize it'll take you another probably hour and a half to be able to dig your way out.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh my god. Okay. Here's a good question. Even though I'm the one who held the book or is holding the book, can the book be passed to someone else?
Certainly, as long as the creature is willing to hold me. I see why not. I can't see why not.
So I look at my party and say, all right, who's going to take another hit? Who's going to take the next hit?
Of what?
Well, in order for the casting of that magic that you saw for the first 30 feet, you kind of have to take a hit, depending on what the book needs. I'm not really sure what it might be this time.
What? I'm not touching that creepy ass book. As soon as you told her that, she's not about that book. Also, I can't even do magic, but that's gross. You told me we're in a creepy cave, you pick up a book, it eats you, and then it does magic? That shit is haunted! And she's not okay with it.
Well, Arcana magic usually takes some form of toll if you're not proficient in it. So I guess, Barbie, I don't know what will really happen if you do it, but you're kind of a strong girl there.
That's nasty. I'm not touching the book.
All right, well, Isaac, sorry, I forgot what your character's name is.
Theros.
Eros, what about you?
So what you missed, Isaac, was that
More blood for the blood god.
So the book is being wielded by Dave's character right now. The book has a bunch of spells that are useful, And Dave paid the book 10 health points to be able to cast
Mold Earth.
Enough mold earths to clear the majority, most, if not all, of this caved-in tunnel.
And there's like a trapped soul or something in it, but it's gross. It's haunted, according to Barbie.
It seems you're the only one ready to pay the cost for such a burden, Master.
How do we know this shit isn't evil? And she's now moved away from you, so that's why she's shouting again. Because that book's creepy.
Dave, is there anything you'd like to do in the meantime?
I would have to say, I guess I'd have to try and take another hit. I'm not sure what, but if Errol's is not going to help out, Barbie is a little freaked out by this thing. What else can we do?
I could siphon power from you through other means.
Or you could dig! And she just goes back to chopping the dirt with her axe. She's just tired.
This time I will only require 5 HP.
I also just like the idea of someone chopping at the dirt with a
I
knife.
think that might be better for
Yeah,
us.
I like the idea of Barbie just chopping at the dirt with a battle axe.
If it's really that loose, it should work.
Again, it's going to take you about an hour and a half to clear out the dirt. You guys can do it by hand. That's totally fine. But it will take you an hour and a half.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to be in a rage, would it take less time because I get all beefy?
You can
need to
only...
hit something.
Sorry?
She needs to be hitting something to be in rage.
Right, so I could give you that. You'd be in a rage for... I'd say you could cut it down to an hour.
She's gonna keep chopping at the dirt.
Okay. So you guys... an hour and a half goes by. You guys... and you guys, take enough of the dirt out that you start to see sunlight, or at the very least, what you can tell is fresh air. And you clear enough of the dirt away that you can all crawl out. You're all covered in dirt and everything, but you are out. You're exhausted. Your hands are cut and bleeding for some areas of where there was stone you couldn't tell. But you are out, and the stone hallway continues now where the cave-in was, and you can see the mouth of that cave pretty close by. It's past a couple of different doorways, but it is visible.
All right, so we walk on through.
All right, so you guys start walking through the cave. I'd like the three of you to make intelligence checks. Excellent.
Great job, Barbie.
So Dave,
I'm going.
I will rip the light from your hands, Dave.
Save the sunlight, Dave.
We said intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Intelligence, right. Great. So you guys, Theros, would you mind rolling a d20? Plus your intelligence?
Is there any way I could roll again?
I can help with that, Master.
Wow, this book really has everything that we could possibly need. No, that's okay. We're gonna stick with what happened.
Okay, Master.
So, until Isaac gets back, I guess we'll just play it as is. But you guys are walking through these doorways, and you notice that there's a lot of arcane scarring where some of the stone might have had some sort of explosion or some kind. You can see the soot on the walls. The doors are kind of broken inwards to you, and you're just wondering damn, what the hell happened here? This is pretty gnarly. So you guys walk to the entrance, and at this point you notice. Actually, you know what? Where is? Oh, okay, that's how this works. So you guys walk to the entrance, and you walk outside, and you can tell that by the incredibly well drawn scenery that you guys walk out of a shallow mountainside. You see the shittily drawn cave opening there, and you see.
I don't see anything.
Oh, you don't?
No, everything's blank.
You're not. That's weird. I dragged you to the players to the thing. Dave, can you see it?
I'm reloading my page.
Yep, I see the beautifully drawn map.
I know it
Okay,
really
I see it now.
it really
Oh,
it really is
that's
gorgeous,
nice.
isn't it? Oh, I worked long and hard on this.
Oh, I mean, my first graders probably do a better job, but okay, we'll go with that.
I know. I I'm in second grade now. So we are. So you guys walk outside, and I actually forgot to make you guys as characters. I'm sorry.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna drag you guys up on there. Well, I need you guys to have characters. That's quite important. Dave, you're there already, so you can go ahead and do that.
Do what?
You can go ahead and, if you want to edit your character at all, you can. Britt, you are there as well now.
How do I edit my character? I don't know what you're
If you want to click on it and go to settings or right click and change shit, you can. You don't have to. It's whatever. Theros, edited and controlled by Isaac. Save. And that's it. Theros is right there in the middle between you two. And as you walk out, you guys can tell that you can see, and you don't even have to roll for this. You remember that this is the fight that you guys went through. You see corpses of bugbears and a campfire nearby. They're pretty heavily slaughtered. Some of them are scarred with burns, and some of them are in multiple different pieces. There are about 5 of them around. And you're just about the point where you remember that one of them escaped when you notice that not all of them are dead. Some of them are moving, and they it's at that moment where the bugbears that are around this campsite trying to find out who killed their friends turn to you and notice your presence. I would like you guys to roll initiative.